What's up, fam? It's your boy Kirk, and we are going to look at audio delay, right? Syncing up your video and audio with two different platforms, one Ecamm and the other being Audio Hijack. I know some of you are out there, you have Ecamm, and we want to make sure you know how to do that in Ecamm. But for those that don't have Ecamm and you have a capture card, you're trying to go into StreamYard or Restream or whatever it is, and it just isn't quite syncing up, even Zoom. Audio and video, you know, you're saying something and they're hearing it at a different time than they're seeing it. If you want to sync that thing up, this is the video for you. So without any further ado, let's figure out how it all works. I'm Kirk Nugent, and I teach small businesses, entrepreneurs, and faith-based entities how to simplify live video mechanics to shine a floodlight on their brand. And in this video, we're going to talk about audio delay, delaying your microphone so that it syncs up with your camera. Let's dive into it right now. So I've opened up demo mode in Ecamm on my computer. What I'm going to do actually is go to the wheel here, which brings up the Ecamm Live preferences. You can go up to the top and open it up there, but I just usually click on the wheel. So that gives me this screen. And in this screen, you want to go to audio. And then right here in the middle, it says mic delay. And you want to play with that number. I've found that getting right around 5, 6, maybe 7 frames, somewhere in there. I've left it at 6 right now. Really helps to kind of bring things into line. So that is what you want to do in Ecamm. Simply go to Ecamm Live Preferences, go to mic delay, and select the frame delay that you want. Once you have this selected, once you have the mic delay turned on, it is now available on your main screen. You'll see here in red in the top left, it says mic delay. And when you click that, it gives you the frame. So once you have it turned on, you can actually adjust it from here. So I want you to know that as well. And then if you're using, if you're going into one of these other applications, you're using Ecamm, then the thing to do now is to actually grab the audio after it comes out of Ecamm. And the way you do that is by going to output and selecting audio monitor and making sure that your microphone, whatever microphone that is selected here. So I have a virtual microphone created in Loopback, and that is my destination. That's my target microphone. And that microphone brings me into StreamYard or brings me into Restream or whatever it is I'm trying to do, Zoom. And then I'm able to add to that microphone several other things. And I'll show you that part when we're done with Audio Hijack. So now let's take a look at Audio Hijack. Here we're on my desktop. We're looking at the Audio Hijack website. Amoeba is the company that makes Audio Hijack and Loopback. And so you're seeing it here. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. You can go to the website. I'll put the link in the description of the video. When you click on purchase, you get a couple of options. Hopefully you've already purchased this as a bundle with Loopback because it is a really great price. And for all my Ecamm users out there, Ecamm does have a perk. They do have a percentage off, a discount for Ecamm subscribers. So you might want to check with the Ecamm community to check out what that perk is, how you can get access to that information to get that percentage off. Before I dive into the application, I want to give a shout out to this blogger, this site, Dos Tech Machina. I'm not certain what part of the world they're from, but he has put together a full outline of how to sync your Zoom audio and video on a Mac. This is a really great walkthrough. I'm going to put the link in the description as well. The main thing that I thought was really great about this article is that he goes through and does the work to understand how much delay you need to put in in Audio Hijack to get your video and audio to sync up. So you see in this section here, he says, with that value in mind, create a session in Audio Hijack or edit a session you're already using to put a sync component in the chain. Enter the value of 240 for the audio delay and make sure to turn that component on. 240 for the audio delay is 240 in milliseconds is what he is translating 6 frames. So you remember in Ecamm, we did 6 frames of delay. So here he has basically done the calculation to figure out that 6 frames is going to equal roughly 240 milliseconds, because in Audio Hijack, it's not frame delay, it's actually millisecond delay. So let's look at Audio Hijack now. Once you've got Audio Hijack installed on your computer, and when you open it up, you get this screen here. I'm going to close this real quick. You get this screen here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this new session. So you get this screen, and you will simply, yours will be blank, of course, and you click on new session. You get this template chooser. So when you get into here, you want to click on new blank session, double click that, and then you get this box here. And this is where you'll start to set up your session. To be clear, once you have this set, you can actually close this main screen for Audio Hijack. This is the session that you want to have open for the process that we're going to build right now. So the first thing, of course, is we need an input device. So let's grab this input device, put it onto the chain here. That's what they call it, the terminology. This is the chain. So when you click the input device, now it's automatically grabbing the Shure MV7, which is the microphone I'm using right now. But you can go in and select a different microphone if you have a different one. If you have something that you want to use and it's connected in a different way, you can select it here. So you'll see on the side here that we have many options. So we've already grabbed our source. You can grab applications, system audio, several other things, and you have outputs here, and we'll get to that in a second. But you also have built-in effects, advanced meters, audio unit effects. Where we want to go is advanced, and we're looking for the sync option, precise audio delay. So we're going to grab that, put it on the chain. You can see that it's already kind of made its line here toward the microphone. And then we click that, and we'll select the same 240 milliseconds that we saw or have already calculated based on what we know to be our frame delay in Ecamm. It's about 6, and that 6 translates to 240 milliseconds. So that makes that very simple, very easy, very clean. Now that we've got these two done, the next thing that we want to do is set up an output. And so I'm going to grab that here. You can just drop it on. To be clear, you can do several other things in between before you get to the output. The output should be the last thing that you do. So if you wanted to, give yourself some more bass, some more treble, you want to do some different things, you can see up top I have a session called Sweeten. That's a whole nother video, but you can do some of those kinds of things with Audio Hijack. Same thing again, once you drag an icon from the options on the right side in Audio Hijack sessions, you can then click that thing and it gives you further options. And so here we want to select an audio device, but I haven't created it yet in Loopback. So now let's take a look at Loopback. I'm going to create a new virtual device, and I'm going to just call it Audio Hijack Out. And why I'm calling it that is because, and of course, we always want to turn it off and then turn it on again so that it's visible to the rest of the computer. But why I'm calling it that is because it's literally the audio from Audio Hijack out. So I'm going to grab the out from Audio Hijack and send it to wherever. One of the great things about Loopback is it has this pass-through component. You see that here. I'm going to show you another option here, and this is going back to the setup for Ecamm, the Ecamm out option. These two look exactly the same because they are exactly the same. The difference being that in Ecamm, I will select Ecamm out as my mic. All right, I'll select it as my destination for all the audio that's coming out of Ecamm. And then for Audio Hijack, I'll select this Audio Hijack as my destination for all the audio that's coming out of this session. So I select that. And what that does now with these pass-through devices, you can target them. They show up all over your system as a destination, right? They show up as basically like a speaker, but then it also doubles as a microphone. So keep that in mind. These pass-through devices that you have set up in Loopback double as both a destination for audio. So you can say to whatever it is, like play to this destination, and then you can take that source, right, that virtual microphone into whatever platform you're going into, Zoom, StreamYard, Restream, whatever, and use that as your microphone. We're going to get into that in just a second. So now I have my stuff set up here. I've got it set to audio hijack out. And only thing that's left to do is to actually turn it on. You do that by clicking this button on the bottom saying start session. You can see my audio levels here, and you can also see those audio levels coming through to the audio hijack out virtual microphone that we just created and out to both channels 1 and 2. You can also see that the audio from Ecamm, which I'm using right now to record this video, is going out of the Ecamm out microphone through to whatever we have selected. And so now let's take a look at what that process looks like in both StreamYard and Zoom. So here we are looking at StreamYard and Zoom. And so we know what we've named our stuff. We know that the audio is going through to them. We saw the levels. So now let's enter a test room. So we enter test room, and this loads for a second. I'm going to stop the camera, but I'm going to click on Cam Mic, go to audio, and my microphone is already selected as Ecamm out. And you can see that that audio is being picked up from what's coming from Ecamm out. But if I want, I can actually select audio hijack out as well. And you can see that that audio is coming from audio hijack out. These are the two microphones that we selected, that we created in Loopback. The audio hijack out microphone is getting all of its source from audio hijack, delayed by 240 milliseconds or 6 frames. Same thing for the Ecamm out microphone. It's getting all of the audio from Ecamm, all of it on the back side of Ecamm. And that's the thing that's so great about this, using it in this way, is that you get all the audio from Ecamm, whether you're playing a movie, your own microphone with a small delay, or you have sound effects, whatever. It's getting all of it from Ecamm, and it's taking that into this system so that you can stream from StreamYard. So that's what you would do on this side. Of course, on the Zoom side, we can go to audio settings. We get this nice little display box here. And so here we can set our microphone to either Ecamm out or to audio hijack out. And you'll see the same thing happening here in terms of we're getting good levels, but we know that if it's getting that audio from audio hijack, that it has been delayed, and so that my video and my audio should be synced up very nicely. So you want to make sure that you look into that, test it on your own, and make sure that it's working the way that you want to, and then you're good to go. So I want to point out one last thing here, and that is the speaker. I mentioned that the pass-through devices in Loopback, those devices that are set up as a pass-through with nothing else, those devices are set up so that it'll take audio from one source and then pass it through to another source. Or that is a really great function and feature of Loopback. And so if you go to speaker, you will also see those same two options, audio hijack out and Ecamm out. And if I want to target those two, I can send audio from StreamYard directly to that device and then actually take it somewhere else. So this is where you can start to see some of the things that you can do. Of course, be careful. Don't create a loop for yourself, but you can start to see some of the options, some of the functionality, some of the the real power of these applications as you use them together, especially Loopback. So wanted you to be able to see that. You can see that those two options are here in Zoom as well. And I hope that this was useful. So there you have it, right? Audio video sync, right? Using audio hijack or Ecamm, right? We showed you two methods of being able to do this, but the secret sauce for both methods is still going to be Loopback. And I hope that you saw some other ideas. I hope that light bulb went off in your head in terms of, wait a minute, maybe I missed some opportunities with Loopback. Maybe I could be routing some things a little differently. And my biggest advice to anybody that is watching this video, trying to get certain things situated, if all you want to do is get your stuff synced up, just keep it very simple. Create your session in Audio Hijack that allows you to delay your mic. If you don't have Ecamm, right, you can create that session in Audio Hijack and just move right through. And there are scenarios, I will tell you the reason why I have both of these set up. There are scenarios where I don't necessarily want to go with my virtual camera into a platform, right? I just want to use my capture card and my DSLR or my mirrorless camera. I want to just use that alone and go into, let's say, Restream or to StreamYard or to Zoom. I don't want to use Ecamm. And if I'm not using Ecamm, I don't have the delay mic. So because I don't have the delayed mic, then my audio and video seems to be out of sync. So in those scenarios, I use the audio hijack out mic, and all I got to do is turn on audio hijack, which is a far less resource intensive application than Ecamm is. So there's a reason why even the Ecammers may want to use this method when you're not using your virtual camera. So I hope that this was useful for you. Hope that you saw something that you could implement into your strategy as you go live, as you go into these virtual sessions, as you maybe keynote, maybe speak, whatever it is, I hope that this is going to allow you to show up as your best self. That's what we do here at How It All Works. We hope that the video has been meaningful for you, has provided value, that has answered a specific question. And we hope that you'll take this journey with us, that you would subscribe. We're on our way, hopefully, to get to 5,000 subscribers by the summer. We're excited about the pace that we've been moving at, almost at 3,000. We're hoping to celebrate 3,000 within the next couple of weeks. But we want you to take that journey with us. Share this video with others who you know need to hear, need this solution, right? That's the best way to say that. The who need this solution, whose audio and video are out of sync. You have been in sessions, you know people who are out of sync, and you're like, oh, they need a little help there. Share this video with them. We hope to provide these kinds of resources on the channel, How It All Works. It's your boy Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher, hoping that somewhere in the video today, somewhere as we looked at audio hijack and Ecamm and Loopback, as we looked at audio delay and the milliseconds and the frames, that you were able to put those puzzle pieces together. You were able to figure out how it all works. I'll see you in the next video.